On this episode of Beer in Front, I sit down and chat with Kim Vavrick over at Revolution Brewing. We're going to find out what's happening at Revolution this summer. Stay tuned. Sometimes the beer in front of you is the best one yet. This is Beer in Front. Every week I'll talk to people in and around the beer world and get their stories all about beer. That's Beer in Front, and it's coming up now. Welcome to episode 308 of Beer in Front. I'm your host, Dave Zalatoris, and Beer in Front is a charter member of the Beer Media Group. On this episode, I'm going to talk to Kim Vavrick over at Revolution Brewing. They have a ton of good things happening this summer, and we're going to find out all about it. This Friday, if you're around, you got to head over to Revolution. They're having a Fundraiser Friday. This is going to benefit the Brave Space Alliance. I'm hoping to be there. My only problem is I'm having surgery on Tuesday. So if you're listening to this, whenever you're listening, I'm having surgery Tuesday the 23rd. Hopefully I'll be off the meds and I could go on Friday for Fundraiser Friday, but that's good. You could find out all about that. The new Cold Time Mix Pack, the Deepwood Series, season tickets that are on sale now, everything else happening this summer at Revolution Brewing. Good time talking to Kim. I mentioned the surgery. Tuesday morning, I'm going down to Water Tower Place to have an operation to fix my elbow, get some miles per hour back on my fastball. I'm looking forward to it. I just don't want to drive downtown at the crack of dawn on Tuesday morning, but you got to do what you got to do. I'm hoping the doctor's not doing barrel aged the night before. Doctor, you got to be in tip-top shape for this operation. I'm looking forward to it here. I'll make sure Ruby posts some pictures of my drugged up ass and all of that. And you could see pictures on Instagram and all that with my new apparatuses around my arm. Couple good interviews lined up in the near future. I'm going to have a recap of Homebrew Con that happened last weekend in Asheville. Going to talk to somebody from Pocono Maple Water. That's a new product out, and it's pretty tasty. And the next big episode, kind of similar to my last one on the GLP-1 drugs, this is going to be a longer form episode on the demise of the neighborhood tavern. So even though I'm going to be in pain and probably sleeping in a chair because my arm's going to be in a sling, I'm still planning some episodes. So let's get on with this one and find out what's going on this summer over at Revolution Brewing. On these interview shows, I'm not going to do as much beer news because I don't want to take time away from the interview, but there was a story that came out last week that was just the best. Scotland, now they're in the World Cup. Their fans drank the city of Boston dry. Boston ran out of beer. Even Sam Adams ran out of beer in Boston because the fans of Scotland they like to drink. It was just a great story. Their fans are really cool. They always do a lot of fun stuff. They donate money to different children's charities. There was a piece where I guess there's this children's hospital outside of Boston, and all of the fans went to this children's hospital. They shine flashlights in the windows to let the kids know that people are thinking of them. They donate money. It's just super cool, but they drank Boston dry. You know how much you have to drink a city dry? All right, welcome back. This Friday, June 26th, Revolution Brewing's Kedzie Avenue Tap Room, located at 3340 North Kedzie Avenue in Chicago, will host a Fundraiser Friday benefiting Brave Space Alliance, an LGBTQ plus focused community organization serving Chicago's South Side. Brave Space Alliance is dedicated to creating and providing affirming spaces and resources for all who walk through its doors. Joining me today to talk about the event, as well as some exciting things happening at Revolution Brewing, is Kim Vavrick. Kim, thanks so much for being here.
Hey, I'm very happy to be here, Dave. Nice to see you.
What can people expect when they stop in on Friday night?
Yeah, so Fundraiser Friday is something that we've kicked off at Revolution Brewing this year. We have a very long history of supporting the community, fundraising, donations of product and event space, and all of that. And because we have this amazing taproom space in Avondale, we wanted to ensure that we were regularly opening it up for community partners who we've worked with in the past and new ones. So it's important to us that we're supporting Chicago-based groups as well. So for Fundraiser Friday, it's great. It's a really loose fundraiser program in a couple of ways where folks who come in can buy any draft beer, and 50% of all draft beer sales will be donated directly to the organization that we're supporting that night. For June 26th, of course, that's Brave Space Alliance. In addition to that, the organizations that we invite in for Fundraiser Friday can also activate in our taproom space and host an event. So for anyone who's been in our taproom space before, we can host up to about 200 people, and we have a very large room, very flexible space. We can move tables around. You can have a projector, AV, that kind of thing. So some groups have opted to host even an additional ticketed fundraiser on the side, in addition to that draft beer sale donation. Others have left it just as that, and it's been just as successful for them too. So for Brave Space Alliance on June 26th, they're also going to have a meetup group happening in part of our tap room as well. So I definitely point folks to their social media for more information on that. But we're really, really excited to have them in. We were excited to join up with them this month too, because we were able to partake in their Pride Passport program, which we have some cards at our front in our tap room. I've got one in front of me to reference here as well. But it's a full calendar all month of June of various fundraisers and events and activities that are going on that support their organization all June long. And so we're on there as a Pride pop-up fundraiser at Revolution Brewing on Friday, June 26th. So we're so excited to work with them this year for that.
Well, it's such a great organization, Brave Space Alliance. They do incredible work here throughout Chicago. Can you tell people listening a little bit more about the organization and their mission?
Yes, I will definitely say, Dave, your lead up was really good and really succinct. We would echo all of that, right? We support so many different communities here. We're comprised of so many different communities here at Revolution Brewing, so it was important for us to connect with them too. But yeah, with supporting Chicago's Black trans-led LGBTQ center on the South Side, also important to us too. We're a North Side business, and so it's important to us too that we're reminding people what all Chicago encompasses too, right? There's other neighborhoods, other groups, that kind of thing. And that's why we wanted to connect with them as well. And it's not the first time we have. So like I said, this is kind of leveling up the contributions that we've been able to work with them for.
What other Fundraiser Friday events are you planning at Revolution Brewing like later this year?
We have a couple more we can announce right now, and we'll definitely have one a month throughout the rest of the year and beyond. But for July, on Friday, July 31st, we are going to be working with El Valor, who is a local organization that supports people with disabilities and their families, working on enriching their lives and promoting a sense of belonging. They're an excellent organization we've worked with in the past. And so, same deal, right? 50% of all draft beer sales all day long, so from open to close, will go to El Valor. And then in August, on Friday, August 21st, we will be working with Digs with Dignity, which is working to break the cycle of homelessness one family at a time. That's their tagline. And definitely, if anybody knows Revolution Brewing, and certainly with our owner, Josh Deeth, he's long been involved in housing and that kind of thing too. So this is also a cause that's important to us. So we're excited to welcome in both El Valor in July and Digs with Dignity in August.
Like when you mentioned 50% of draft sales, so that's any beer somebody could order. It's not just one specific one for that organization.
Exactly, and that's what was important to us too, to make sure that it was open to anything that people wanna drink that's on draft, right? We know everybody has different tastes, and this is not meant to push any brand of ours, right? It's really about welcoming people in. Of course, we are a tap room, we sell beer, and that's the best way for us to do some side-by-side fundraising with them.
Awesome. Well, another thing is like a lot of breweries, they're trying to get people in the door. They're doing events like trivia or bingo night. But with you at Revolution Brewing, they're doing you're building a calendar of like such unique community focused events. Like some of the ones that caught my eye and I missed it. I wish I could have went was the physical media night and also the International Language Cafe. Really is something I need to get to when I get a normal work schedule and I can show up at night. How have these events been received by the community and why are they important to you at Revolution Brewing?
Both of those were well, have been amazing events. I will say the physical media night that you spoke of was the first time we tried it out. I want to give props to my coworker David Hicks who pitched it. We worked with our friends at Bucket of Blood, who's another neighborhood business in Avondale. That was a great turnout. It was a Sunday afternoon and really DIY, right? That one went really well. The International Language Cafe, on the flip side, is an organization we've worked with for at least a few years. They really were able to use our tap room space as a launch pad. And now there are loads of international language cafes under the same group in other cities. They also are doing meetups in other parts of the city too. And that one is recurring every other Thursday in our tap room. But why these are important? I mean, heck, we've got, again, such a beautiful, huge tap room space. We're not on a main foot traffic path either, right? So it works in two ways. We've got the space to welcome in whoever wants to do any kind of event. We're such a great flexible space for gatherings, large and small. And then also it's reminding folks that honestly, we're here. We had to close our brew pub location not this past winter, but the winter before. But we are still here. The tap room has been open since 2012 in Avondale, and we are still kicking it. And these groups, these events have been a really great way to welcome people in, not only to remind people that we're still here, but also introducing to new people and organizations as well. So it's really run the gamut. You mentioned too, we've been hosting lots of game nights. We have crafting nights that happen. We have lots of different kinds of markets, everything from the seedling exchange with the Avondale Gardening Alliance, all the way to the horror market with the Horror House Shop, which is also a local business. It's been really cool to open up the space to all these kinds of people.
I have to get my wife involved because she makes greeting cards. And I always tell her, you got to go to one of these events at Revolution.
Hook it up. Yeah,
Yeah.
have her hit us up. I mean, honestly, there's lots of these events and it can truly, like I was saying, it can run large or small. You can just come in and do that DIY style if you want. We've got the space, or we can connect you with people that we've worked with for other markets too. So that's totally doable.
Well, one thing that just came out last week that I'm really excited about is the new Cold Time Mix Pack. It features the popular premium lager that's been out for a couple years now, along with three new variations: an amber lager, an export lager, and the one I can't wait to try, a crisp rice lager. How did the idea for this mix pack come together, and what inspired the new beers?
Well, your enthusiasm for this is really
Yeah.
what's shared with us and what inspired it. We like drinking and making lagers here. I think that sentiment is shared with a lot of other brewers and a lot of other beer enjoyers as well, right? At the end of the day, not any particular day, but people enjoy drinking stuff that tastes great, is refreshing. Sometimes you just want something that you can have a couple, 2, 3 of and enjoy, right? And lagers are such a great thing to have even in the summer, but beyond that as well. I mean, you said it. Cold Time Premium Lager launched a couple years ago. It was the number one craft brand that launched then. That was really exciting, the reception that we had. You see the variety pack now, but we've been tweaking or, playing around with Cold Time and what we can do with it on the side as well. We've got the Innovation Station, which is the really small taps that you'll see if you take a tour with us, and some other riffs along the way. Marty brought a couple of riffs on that to the Firestone Walker Invitational just recently as well. But this variety pack it's killer. We've been really excited about the reception, and we just announced it in the middle of June. So it's really starting to roll out to store shelves now. We've got it available in our tap room to try. But the three additional varieties that we added: Cold Time Amber, Cold Time Extra, which is export lager, and then the one that you're really excited about, me too, it tastes great, spoiler alert, is Cold Time Dry, the crisp rice lager. It's really, really awesome.
And they're all, I mean, the extra, I thought that was a little higher in ABV, but the
Mhm.
rest, the other three, they're sessionable, crushable beers. You could have more than one of outside
Yeah.
of doing a barbecue or whatever we're doing here in the Chicago in the summer.
You're right. Yeah, absolutely. It's a good range of stuff too. It's great to pick up a 12 pack of lager, but now we've got a variety, a little something for everybody, just in the lager realm too, right? The Renaissance on lager, if we want to call it that. But we love drinking them, so we made some, and now we're sharing them with you.
Yeah. Well, last time we talked, at the brewery a couple months ago, Anti
Mhm.
Zero was just rolling out, and it's phenomenal. If you're into if you're into non-alcoholic beers, that's something I definitely recommend. How has the Anti Zero been performing in this growing market?
Yeah, so that is also so new for us. So everything I'm saying is anecdotal, right? But it's been performing very well. Great in our tap room. It shot way up to cans on premise sale in our tap room because people are really interested. What's awesome to see about this non-alcoholic IPA Anti-Zero that we've got now is it's bottled directly off of Anti-Hero IPA, our lead, our flagship. Same malt bill, same hop bill. And so we're seeing people who are both interested in non-alcoholic beer in general trying it, but also those who love IPAs and Anti-Hero in particular to compare as well. Just the other week, we were at Midsummerfest in Andersonville, which was the first street festival we've had Anti-Zero at. We dialed in the recipe, we brought the cans to the fest, and people were really excited about it. Honestly, I'm this is not hyperbole. I was very blown away by how positive the feedback was. People who, like I said, people who were looking for specifically non-alcoholic and people who were just interested to try what it was. Really great feedback. People love the flavor. It looks like an IPA. It's got a great color. Yeah, it tastes great. We're super excited about it. And like you said, the reception has been good. The performance has been good as well. I love our website. We've got a beer finder there. So if you're not rolling into the tap room to grab it, you can look on our website where it's available. But also because it's non-alcoholic, we're able to ship it directly to you on our online store. So people can also order it that way. And in fact, that's how we launched it. We were able to, it's rare for us, right, as a brewery making an alcoholic product, but with a non-alcoholic product, we were able to offer it online for people to try. And they absolutely did. We saw more than 20 states ordering it, which was incredible.
You hooked me up with some of that when it came out, and then I talked to my friend Jonathan over at Nation Beer, and I know he tried it as well, and I really liked it. And then and I was talking to Jonathan because he's a friend of mine. He's like, "Oh no, that's really good."
That's
Yeah,
so great to
yeah.
hear. Yeah. Thank you for that.
Well, on the other end of the ABV spectrum, the 2026 Deepwood season ticket is happening right now. What can fans expect from Marty and the team this year? Are there any surprises in store from the mad scientists?
Yeah, I love the mad
Yeah.
scientists. Yeah. Well, not really a surprise, but more new stuff that would it's really, I'm excited to share with people. We put together a whole webpage with all of the detail of the Deepwood series, including what the season ticket gives you, and all of the beer lineup and a little bit of background on our brewers, including the mad scientists, as you say, like Marty Scott and Victor and Jim. This year, though, we just announced what the lineup is, and we have the season ticket. There are so many amazing beers. We've got a few great collaborations. In July, we're coming back with a couple of collaboration beers with our friends at Dark Matter Coffee. That's the supermassive Cafe Deep as well. And then later on in the year, too, we've got a couple of collaborations, one with Private Press and one with More Brewing. So we've got some of those coming out as well. So we're once again bringing back not only our 12-ounce 4-packs of many of our Deepwood series beers, but also the 19.2-ounce cans of the 2010 collection of variants that in the past would have been draft only, but we've packaged them in these great 19.2s that are amazing to share. But we've got loads of that going on this year. So the release schedule is relatively the same for us. We've got July coming up, then we'll do October, November, and January again. The other thing that's new for us this year with the Deepwood Series program is not only having this webpage and a one-stop shop to have all the information up front. In the past, it was, held a little close to the chest or definitely word of mouth, but we've got it out there for people to reference, which is awesome. We also offered 2 tiers of the season ticket this year. So you could do the standard season ticket, no change, no change in price or what you get. And then you could later in the fall opt to upgrade to all of the 2010 variant beers. But this year we went outright saying you can go all in at once, which is what we've honestly, because we've had it on sale for a little bit, most people are opting to go all in right from the jump, which is awesome. So you can guarantee all of the Deepwood series beers for you all year long if you go all in at the beginning. The last new thing too that I want to ensure people know about, if you're a season ticket holder, we're going to have an exclusive season ticket holder event this year. It's going to include Marty Scott. That's all I can say right now. We're going to also announce when the date is, so people have plenty of time. We've got lots of great out of town supporters. We want to make sure people can travel in, so we'll share announcements on that too.
Yeah, and as someone who's been a past season ticket member, if you're listening and like you're wondering, I think even this year you could do like a pay in four option. I thought I saw on the website.
Oh,
So yeah,
sure. Yeah, I can clarify that. So, on our Shopify site, which is where the season ticket is processed, we have Shop Pay, which is, an app for online payment, that kind of thing. But there's also Shop Pay installments. So if you, just as you said, Dave, that's right. If it helps, if it's intriguing to you, if it helps, you have that option to turn on Shop Pay installments if you like.
Revolution Brewing has truly earned the reputation of being Chicago's brewery. Between community events, partnerships with the Chicago Fire and Chicago Sky, a strong presence at beer festivals throughout the city, Revolution Brewing is woven into the fabric of Chicago's beer culture. How do you plan to maintain that momentum while continuing to grow and evolve for the future?
Great question, Dave. Yes, I want to hook on to what you said with the Chicago Fire and Chicago Sky. They've been amazing partners for us. We talked about Cold Time Rate with both of those partners, and hooking into Cold Time this year. We wanted to ensure we're sharing the wealth, right? We get great access to games that we're sharing with people this year, specifically. And I want to be clear, every 12 pack that you purchase this summer can get you free tickets to a Chicago Fire, Chicago Sky game through us. We've got it posted on our website and social, and in stores there's some posters too, but it is a ticket giveaway redemption, right? So it's not a sweepstakes you enter. So that's going on all summer long, which is really cool. Those kinds of things are what, help us maintain momentum too, and really say thank you to the great partners that we have with the Fire and the Sky. Other than specific programs like that, it's what we've been doing for more than 15 years at Revolution, just continuing to make great beer that we like, beer that people want, collaborating with others, supporting our community. Yeah, no wild secrets or specific formula, but just being who we are and making great beer and sharing it with others. That is what's keeping us going, and we're so thankful for those who have been along the ride with us.
Any other things happening for the summer that maybe people should know about?
Great question. Thank you for asking that. We're continuing to do some small batch releases, right? We've had Rosa come out, huge fan favorite. People literally were lining up at our doors for it. We're so excited when that happens. So Rose is coming back. Okay, other awesome things coming this summer. We're continuing to release small batches along the way. So if you're coming into the tap room, this is the best place to get them. We've got them on draft in 16-ounce cans, a little bit in the market. But June 24th, Pursuit of Freedom Watermelon Mint is coming back. Amazing summer beer. We've got Double Dry Hop Brunch Hero coming back. Freedom of Speech is going to hit. Oktoberfest is coming back. And I'll tell you, even though we all know who Oktoberfests come out in the summer, I can tell you now that we're going to be bringing back our Oktoberfest. I don't have the date to share yet, but our Oktoberfest, which we brought back last year, and it was so much fun. We're going to do that in our tap room again. So want people to be tuned in for that because it's going to happen.
Well, right, my wife and I were there Saturday and you had World Cup games on. I'm assuming because a lot of people are going out to watch the World Cup this summer, you're going to have the TVs on. I mean, not with sound because it's, a tap room, but if somebody wants to come and watch a World Cup game, definitely they could go to Revolution Brewing for that too.
Absolutely. I appreciate that plug, Dave. Yes. We've got all the games that we are screening. We've got that posted. I think it's pinned on our Instagram, and we've got it on our website. So every day that we're open, which is Wednesday through Sundays, if there are games that are falling in our operational hours, we're going to screen them with the sound on. I can't say it enough. It's such a big, beautiful tap room. We've got space. So it's a great place to watch if you are intent on watching all the action. The sound's going to be on. If you're looking for a cool space to hang out with friends and enjoy some beers, you can bring in your own food, right? Because we're a tap room only. It's awesome for that too. Final plug on stuff happening this summer. We will be bringing back the physical media night too. So we'll announce that date too.
Awesome. Well, Kim, I appreciate you taking time out this morning. I can't wait though. I'm hopefully going to see if I can get some time off to come Friday, the 26th. for the Fundraiser Friday with Brave Space Alliance. But if not, I will definitely be there in spirit. If you're around Chicago, you got to head over to Revolution Brewing, 3340 North Kedzie Avenue in Chicago. Kim, I appreciate it so much. Thank you for taking time out this morning.
Thank you, Dave. Always great talking to you.
All right, first up in the Cold Time Mix Pack is the original Cold Time. This is Chicago's premium lager, made right here in the city of Chicago, 4.8%. Let's crack this one open. Oh, beautiful color, nice crystal clear color, good, nice light golden color here, good foam. Smells great. I mean, it just smells like your typical beer that we grew up on, we stole from our fathers and mothers back in the day. It just smells like your classic beer. Nice taste to that. I should have asked Kim if they put any adjuncts in this. I don't know. I'm getting there's maybe some corn. I'm not sure, but the taste is really good. I'm getting a good sweetness from the malt, maybe the adjuncts. There's a nice little hop characteristic there, not overly powerful, but you're not expecting that from a classic American lager. I think the taste is really good. Yeah, that's just outstanding. Whether you're going out on the beach somewhere, you're outside firing up brats and burgers on the grill, you're just doing something. This is the beer to have it in the summertime, or really any time for that matter. But we're here in June. We're talking summertime. Cold Time is the perfect summer beer, light in alcohol, so you could have a couple of these. You'll be good to go. But, pick up the new Cold Time mix pack, or you just see this one on its own. It's worth picking up on its own. So if you see the Cold Time premium lager, you know what to do. You got to put it in the cart. The next one I'm going to have out of the Cold Time mix pack is the Amber Lager. This is 4.8% in a nice tan, kind of browny orange. I like the color. Beautiful color of the can. So let's crack open the Amber. Nice color on this. Nice dark color. Good foam on it. Smells really good. Definitely digging the aroma here. Nice malt characteristics there. You get sweetness from the caramel malt on that. That's really solid as well. I mean, I expect nothing less from Revolution Brewing, but I'm a big fan of this Amber. And that's the thing. You got 4 solid beers in the mix pack. Which one do you grab first? But I don't know. I'm kind of digging the Amber right now. Good flavor, really smooth finish to this. That's another winner. If you see it, grab it, put it in the cart. All right, the next one I'm going to have from the Cold Time mix pack is the Extra Export Lager. This one's a little higher in ABV, 5.8%. I'm excited. Everything I've had has been good. So let's crack open the Export Lager. Nice color on this, little golden. There's really good foam here. It smells great. It smells like all the others. It's just like what you imagine in your head a beer to smell like. This is it right here. It smells fantastic. That's really good. Like the malt flavor, you definitely do notice that it's a little boozier than your regular OG Cold Time. Well balanced, though. I think it's excellent. Nice malt character, nice hop character, good finish. It does. I'm trying to picture the finish here. Yeah, I definitely get a tick more alcohol out of the finish, but I think this is just a solid everyday beer. I think it's really good. This one's in the green can. If you see anything from the Cold Time mix pack, or if you just see it on its own, if you're at a Binny's or something like that, where you could just build your own mix pack, I think this Extra Export Lager is really good. If you see it, just throw it in the cart. All right, the final one I'm going to have out of this Cold Time mix pack is the one I'm really excited about. This is Cold Time Dry. It's a crisp rice lager, checking in at 4%. I love a good rice lager. Let's bust it open here. Oh, the Cold Time Dry is a nice, beautiful color. Good foam here. Smells great. I mean, it's just a beer smelling beer. Starting to chase a little bit of a cold here, so I don't know if I'm getting anything else. But no, it does smell really good. I'm enjoying this. I don't get any rice or anything, but that just could be me right now. That is delicious. Great malt characteristics there. You do get the dryness with the rice, good hop profile. This is at 4%. Definitely you're going to have more than one of these. This really goes down well. I had one more sip. No, that's excellent. That's something that would be a fridge staple at all times. I mentioned only 4%, so definitely, you could have another one if you want to. This is just delicious. Yeah. I mean, they're all good. I would have any of them on their own, but if I had to pick a winner of the four that's in this cold time mix pack, this would definitely be my favorite. So if you see the cold time mix pack, definitely grab it, put it in the cart, or if you happen to be at Reb and you see this on draft by itself, definitely grab it. But the cold time dry crisp rice lager is a winner. They're all winners. This is my favorite. All right, that's going to wrap things up for this edition of Beer in Front. I thank you for listening. If you need to get a hold of me, email me, dave@beerinfront.com. Thank you to Kim Vavrick over at Revolution Brewing. It's always a great time if you're around this Friday, or any day for that matter. You got to head over to Revolution Brewing. I'll talk to you next week. And remember, sometimes the beer in front of you is the best one yet.